How are you, children? This is Teacher Jacqueline with another story. And the title of our story today is about the little bumblebee. Long time ago, there lived a little bumblebee who lived with her parents in a very big beehive. This little bumblebee used to go to the forest alone to look for nectar, which was not allowed at all because she was very young to do so. Her parents used to warn her not to go to the forest alone because it was very dangerous. She could not listen to anyone. So one day she sneaked and went to the forest to look for nectar. As she was flying here and there in the forest, she saw a very big pond at the middle of the forest. She went near the pond and then she decided to play on top of the water. Up and down, up and down. She enjoyed a lot to see how her tiny wings were shining in the sunshine. As she was flying over the water, she suddenly fell inside the water. She could not fly because her wings got wet and heavy. She started drowning, but she was calling for help. Nearby, there was a tree and there was a dove who lived inside that tree. The dove heard somebody shouting and calling for help. When the dove looked in the pond, she saw a very tiny bee drowning inside the water. The dove could not let the little bee die in the water. So immediately she plucked a leaf and dropped it inside the water. The dove instructed the bee on how she's going to climb up the leaf. And in a few minutes, the bumblebee was saved. Her tiny wings dried and she was able to fly. She thanked the dove very much and then she flew away home. When she reached home, she did not tell anyone what had happened in the forest. She kept quiet. After some years, the bumblebee grew to be a big bee. She went to the forest to look for nectar. When she was in the forest, she saw a hunter aiming to shoot the very dove who helped her. Immediately, she went and stung the hunter on his hand. And the hunter was not able to shoot the dove. They both flew away. And that is how the little bee paid the dove after saving and rescued her from the water. That is the end of our story, children. What did you learn from the story? It is good to listen to our parents. Whenever they tell us not to do something, we listen to them. Another thing we learned from the story, it is good to help others because you never know, one day they will help us. Let us remind ourselves about the words we used in our story. There was the word bumblebee, dove, forest, water, pond, wings, tiny, wet, rescue, and the word hunter. That is the end of our story. Bye-bye.